Hey moneymakers, now that you know what to say, let's talk about what not to say. Some things that I want you to avoid and what not to do when doing the soft sale messaging. So first of all, avoid at all costs giving out the price before you get to know their why and their struggle. This is crucial. If they want to know the price up front, they are unlikely to purchase and they're unlikely to want to know more about you or anything that you do in the future. So you not only lose this sale, but you lose any future sales with that prospect. It's better to let the conversation fizzle out and not get to the pricing point because, I don't know, they lost interest or they ghosted you or whatever. That is okay. That still makes them a hot lead and we can follow up on that later. This is time sensitive. Once you send out the first message and you start getting people to answer back, you want to stop everything that you're doing and answer back and have the soft sale conversation with them. Ideally, we want to close these conversations in 24 to 48 hour period. That means that in this time period, they either said yes, later, or it was a flat no. Now, the reality is that not every conversation is going to make it all the way to the pricing message. So it's important that you pay attention to where they are falling off in the conversation. Having them fall off or fizzle from the conversation is normal. This is why we have a big list. So pay attention to where do you feel you're losing them so that we can adjust the script based on your experience and fix those little speed bumps. Use your intuition. Customize a conversation as much as possible to the person you're talking to. Yes, we have a script and that's the big idea of what I want you to say to them. But, based on who you're talking to and their struggles and their why and their personality and how much you know them, you can, tweak it a little bit so that it fits their situation better. Avoid giving out any sort of tips or suggestions. This can be very challenging because as coaches and as fitness instructors, we just want to give them tips. We just want to help them out on the spot. If you start giving them tips and values through this conversation, then that invalidates the reason for them to enroll in your bootcamp. There's many ways that you're helping people for free. You're doing free content on your profile. You're diving into detail with free content on your Facebook group. If you're running challenges and you're helping them create action for free, this conversation in particular is not a value conversation. We are not going to coach. When I started to do these conversations, this was very uncomfortable for me. And I had to make notes to myself, do not coach them, do not coach them, do not coach. This is particularly tempting when they reveal their struggle. And I know that in my market with my Hildas, when they told me what their struggle was, so hard not to tell them what to do or what to stop doing or to just give them, suggestions and some counseling. But I did notice that the conversations that I gave in to that and gave them suggestions, they did not enroll to my things. So avoid giving out any sort of tips, suggestions, nothing. Do not coach. Also, avoid going on tangents about other stuff. The focus of the bootcamp, the focus of all the programs that I run is to focus on the who. We're much more interested in choosing the right Hilda and making sure that we're serving that Hilda. That means that you're going to meet a lot of your favorite people because you chose them, right? I chose to work with group fitness instructors, with passionate fitness instructors. So when I'm having conversations with them, I find each one of them intriguing. I want to know more about them. I want to know how many formats they teach. I want to know how many years they've been teaching for. I want to know all the details. But for this conversation, it's really important that we stay focused on the script. Otherwise, this conversation can stretch for 5 days and then it doesn't end on a sale. So avoid going on tangents, bring it back to the script. Phone hack. So this script is quite long and I don't expect you to memorize this. What I do is that I create a contact on my phone and I title it what the bootcamp name is, PMs. So in my case, I have Rock Your Facebook PM. And I have the entire script, all 5 messages, in the notes section of that contact. So that way, as I'm having conversations, if I already sent them message number 2 and they responded, I just copy and paste message number 3 and put it into their messaging. So that way you don't have to memorize this or have your computer ready. Your whole script is already living on your phone. If you're having conversations and you're not sure how to move the conversation forward, maybe you just send the second message or the fourth message, or they asked you a question and you don't know how to handle it, or they asked about the price up front and you're not sure like how to handle that situation. Any type of situation that you don't know what to do, you have a coach. Okay? Screenshot it, send me a message, and literally just say, what do I say next? And just like I provided you with this script, I will provide you with a variation of what to say for that particular conversation. This takes practice. The more conversations you have, the easier it becomes, the more you start seeing patterns, and the more you'll be able to adjust the script to accommodate for all of these like little situations. You'll start to see that some situations arise more often, so then you change the script so that that doesn't happen, and you answer their questions even before they ask them. So if you have any doubts about any specific conversation, screenshot it, send it to me, and we'll get rocking and rolling. Okay, that's it for now. See you on the next one. Bye.